Today I'm going to take you on a journey to the Cal Poly Pier. It is open house, which is an event that occurs twice a year. For my innovation project, I want to better understand the technology and research that goes on at the pier. I figured this would be a perfect opportunity to see the pier in action as well as the hands-on activities available to the public.
Hello, I'm Tom Moylan. I'm the Marine Operations Manager here at the Cal Poly Pier, and I oversee operations at the pier along with Jason Felton, our Diving Safety Officer. And twice a year we host open house events, which is happening today, where the pier is open to the public and they can come out and see all the projects that Cal Poly is involved in. And it's a really fun time. The students get to talk to the public about what they're working on and share their experiments, their field work, and explain it to a different group of people than other scientists.
In here, this is something a little different. If you focus in close, there are animals that are either moving the grains around, making tubes. You can see these are diapetra. These are actually covering the sediment right underneath the pier. And you can see they're taking and selecting certain sediments and making a tube out of them, and that's protection from fish and crabs that are trying to eat them. I'll just put this ice block right in the middle here. Oh, still seems, I'll have to shorten it. I'll put that ice block there to help keep them chill. One of our earliest versions of a vertebrate that existed on the planet moves like a fish, but is most definitely not a fish. These are one of the first animals to have a primitive version of a backbone. If you can see it swimming in there. As a matter of fact, you can see the little white blocks that represent the notochord.
We've been here a few times, so we always look out for it to find out when it's happening.
Okay. When was the first time you went here?
I think a couple years ago was the first time. I think when I was pregnant with my almost 3-year-old, so it's been a few years.
Nice. And what's your favorite part about the Cal Poly Pier?
I think they love this diving tank and being able to touch things.
Yeah.
And just being able to explore the different sea animals.
As you can see, marine researchers and scientists at the pier require a variety of equipment and technology to further their understanding of the ocean.
So,
My name is Chris Emmett. I'm a fourth-year bio major here in Cal Poly, and I'm involved with the Pier because my concentration is in marine biology and ecology. So I had a lot of classes out here. I deal a lot in the marine environment. My senior project actually involved down there, Dr. Pavo, sampling off the edge of the pier with the benthic sediment. My favorite part about the pier is going to be how you can actually kind of go out on the water without actually having to go out. Like, I think we're about a mile or so out to sea right now, so you can see a lot of the more marine life that you're not going to see from the shore. You can see seabirds here, like you can see grebes, loons, cormorants. You can also see a lot of the marine mammals kind of in the waters around. Like, just today I think I've seen a sea otter and 2 or 3 sea lions actually swimming, not just basking on the shore. I got involved with Open House because one of the main things that I like to do with biology is kind of help to share it with other people, so I really enjoy this kind of outreach event because it kind of helps me spread my passion for biology to other people by showing them, like, you know, how cool it is that, oh, what's this? This is actually a whale jawbone, and people are just kind of blown away by that. And I get a lot of satisfaction out of seeing that kind of like, oh, yeah. I don't want to break it.
By the middle of the day, the pier was packed with students and families from all over the Central Coast.
Down there are pipes, and what those pipes are doing is they are taking ocean water and they are filtering it through that building right over there. Got it. Yeah. And what that constant cycle is doing, well, it is in the building for less than about a minute, is they then cycle back through the pipes and back into the ocean. And what that cycle does is it not only helps the salt filters in that building run, but it keeps all of the plants, animal, and marine life in that building alive.
With massive amounts of seawater being pumped up to the pier, I wanted to investigate the type of research going at the top.
It's funded by the Navy, and basically they're looking at different anti-fouling materials. So these would be materials that would be used on boats, particularly large Navy vessels. And they're trying to figure out a material that will prevent animals from settling, landing. And so what we do is our researchers put these plates out in the intertidal, and they look at the different animals that are settling, and then they take high pressure water and they spray off at different pressures to see basically the extent of how much the animals are staying on the material and at which pressures they're coming off.
I was back in the room where the seawater is pumped to, so it was time to do my investigation.
Hi, my name is and I'm a fourth year at Cal Poly. I'm majoring in biological sciences with a focus in marine biology. And what I'm studying at Cal Poly is marine sciences, specifically on the purple sea urchin. So this is one of our local species of sea urchin, and they're really interesting because they develop in the ocean and they are constantly affected by UV radiation. So what we're looking at Cal Poly, I'm particularly doing research on the effects of UV radiation on their development. And so what I'm looking at is what kinds of compounds are being activated by UV radiation and how are they developing in spite of all this UV radiation? What proteins are they using that helps them develop? And so here at Cal Poly, we throw a lot of sea urchins kelp that they eat, and so we have hundreds of urchins at the bottom of this tank, and they'll go through and eat all this seaweed. And what we do is we collect them and we spawn them. So we have developing embryos in the lab, and then we'll expose them to UV radiation, and we'll take samples at various time points, and then look at those samples to see what proteins are changing at different time points, and how are they developing, what's changing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's easier than having over an animal.
No, so I actually have got these urchins to spawn, so they're releasing their gametes. So he's releasing sperm and she's releasing eggs. Ready to put them when they're done. So those urchins will go back in a tank, or we might set them free.
And then I found a friend who was willing to help me share her insight on the pier and her experiences with research.
Return tag. They get to keep the fish, so all they have to do is give us the data on the species of the fish, the length, and where they found it, and then we can kind of go back with our data to where we caught it and track how far the fish moved, you know, how long it's been tagged, how it moved. My name is Jenny Green. I'm a recently graduated undergrad here at Cal Poly. I do some work out here on the pier with the scientific diving program. I've also done a lot of research for the lab that I work in, and for my senior project I did some work on pismo clams. But yeah, there's lots of opportunities out here to be involved with research. So a lot of the faculty is involved with open house, and so they'll send out emails and try and just get people involved. But I took a class last couple quarters ago on communicating ocean sciences to informal audiences. So that one of the projects for that class, we had to come out here and present at open house. So got involved that way, and then also just working here with my lab, setting up the booths and answering questions, and then also through scientific diving, we have our scientific diving booth, so got involved that way. So again, there's lots of different ways to get involved. For kids and for just the general public to be able to come out here, because it's usually not open to the public, so we have these limited opportunities for people to come out and see what we do out here, and really get a feel for all the research that we do and how beneficial it is for us to have this research environment where students and faculty can come out here. But it's also, you know, really cool for kids to have this kind of informal setting that they can come out to and learn about science and get that at a young age and be encouraged to participate in that as they get older. Really loved the ocean, but I didn't live close to the ocean, so I didn't have an opportunity to go out a lot. So when I would go visit my grandparents in San Diego, I always really enjoyed it. And then when I was getting ready to apply for colleges, I had no idea what I wanted to major in, and my parents were just like, well, you know, what do you like? And I was like, well, I love the ocean and I love science, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do marine biology, and it's worked out. And you know, this has been a great school and plenty of great opportunities.
Before leaving, I wanted to catch up with Dean Bailey to hear his perspective on the pier and open house.
This Unical Corporation, which is now Chevron, has had petroleum transport pier for over a century.
She did well.
And in the 1980s, their wooden pier went under, and they built the pier as a steel and concrete pier that we have here today. And then in the 90s, they decided not to do petroleum transport anymore. so they were looking for a place to get the pier, and they gave it to Cal Poly. At the time that they gave us this pier, we had maybe 2 faculty members, 10 or 12 students doing marine research, maybe $10,000 or $15,000 worth of grants every year. Now with the pier, we have probably 15 or 20 faculty members doing research, probably 100 students, not including the 1,000 that come out here every year just for normal classes, and millions of dollars in grants. So it's really turned the whole marine program around. We wish we could have the pier open more often, but it is an industrial pier, and so it's not safe just to let people walk out here. Plus we have all sorts of scientific equipment that anyone can see if they go out to the end of the pier. But these open houses, we have 1,000, 1,500 people come to them. The very first one we had about 250 people. So then we said, well, we'll advertise it in the paper, and the second one we're doing the best. And it's important, I think, to have it open to the public, because the people that come out here are curious. And curiosity, especially with children, is something that you want to really pursue and encourage. So you can see the kids as they come here right at the base of the pier. What am I going to see? They look over my shoulder here. They see the seals trying to get up on the rocks. And then as they get out there, they find the little critters and things out there, and all the other types of experiments that we have going. And that's a way to interest children in science.
Thanks for joining me on my journey to the Cal Poly Pier. I hope you learned a lot today about the types of technology and research occurring in this amazing place. If you are ever interested in visiting, make sure to catch the next open house event in the fall.